Hi guys, welcome back to another senior CrossFit workout video. My name is Chandler, this is Kira. She's gonna be helping me out today. We're gonna go ahead and get started with a warm-up before we move into our stretching and the workout of the day. So Kira's gonna demonstrate for us. Our warm-up is going to be 3 rounds of 6 lunges, as far down as you can go. If you can go all the way down, that's great. Remember that knee, we don't want it going over the ankle. If you need to go halfway, you can go halfway. If you need to use a chair, you can use a chair, but we have been doing these workouts for a while, so we do want you to start pushing yourself. If you feel comfortable, try to do it without a chair to work on balance, maybe do it without the chair halfway. However works for you, whatever's the safest. Next movement we're gonna be doing is step-ups. We're gonna have you just do 5 step-ups, find a sturdy box, something you feel comfortable putting your weight onto, or a stair if possible. So 5 total, and then we're gonna do 4 strict press. So she's gonna grab a PVC pipe, you can grab a broomstick or a Swiffer or anything that's straight across. Her elbows are out in front of her, pulling her chin out of the way, and then pushing that bar straight up to the ceiling. This is fully arms, no legs are involved. All right, and you're gonna do 4 of those. So repeat those 3 movements 3 times. So we're gonna do 6 lunges, we're gonna do 5 step-ups, and then we're gonna do 4 of the strict press. Pause the video. Once you're done, come back to us, and then we'll do some stretching before we get into the workout. Now that you've finished the warm-up, we're gonna go ahead and demonstrate some stretching for you to do before we move on to the workout. So the first thing that we're gonna be doing is we're gonna do a neck stretch. So bring your hands, interlace them behind your head, and then go ahead and pull that neck forward slightly, just where you feel that stretch. Hold this for about 10 to 15 seconds, then come back up. Once you're done with that, we're gonna go ahead and have you sit down into a chair. We're just using the mat for the purposes of the video. You're gonna cross one arm over, reach the opposite arm behind you, and then twist your body to stretch out the glute in the side right here. Hold for 10 to 15 seconds, and then switch over to the other side. And then once you're done with that, we're gonna go ahead and do a shoulder stretch. She's gonna cross over her arms, so one out, and then cross over to the other side. Bring it above your head, squeeze those arms together, and then we're gonna do this for 5 to 10 seconds, and then swap the arms. So, yep, there you go. It's like this arm goes on top now, the other arm under, bring it back up, squeeze, hold for 5 to 10 seconds, and then go up as far as you can. If you can't go all the way up, that's completely fine. All right, and the last thing that we're gonna do is a lying side quad stretch. You can do this on a couch or on a bed or down on a carpet if you feel comfortable going all the way down. She's gonna go ahead and grab her top leg with her hand pulling her foot, trying to line up her knees as much as she can, where you're gonna feel a stretch right up here. Hold this for 10 to 15 seconds, and then you're gonna switch. She's gonna rotate to the other side, and then swap the legs, and then pull again. The knees are lining up, and she's stretching that quad right there. And then once you're done with all of those movements, we're gonna go ahead and move on to our workout of the day. Once you're done with those stretching movements, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the workout. Kira here is gonna demonstrate. We're gonna be doing 6 rounds of 10 sumo deadlift high pull, 8 air squats, and 4 burpees. So she's gonna show us the movements. We've gone over the sumo deadlift high pull before in our the beginner course video. So if you haven't watched that, please go back and do so. We're gonna have a wide stance. Your hands are in the middle of your legs right there, your thumbs width apart. And she's gonna go ahead, and we're only gonna go down to the knees. So you see her back is staying straight. She's still dropping her hips back. She's pulling that bar up. So she's lifting her hips through, or pulling her hips through, and then bringing that bar up to her chin. And the goal is to keep those elbows high and outside. And you see how her shirt is lifting up when she's doing the movement? That's because she's keeping the bar close to her body. That's what we're looking to do. So you're gonna be doing 10 of those. After you do 10 of those, we're gonna move on to 8 air squats, which you should be familiar with. Feet hip width apart. She's gonna go ahead and drop her hips back like she's sitting into a chair, just keeping her chest up, pushing those knees out, staying in the heels. 8 of those, and then 4 burpees. So we're gonna do an RX burpee in this video. You can do one onto a countertop or a table. We have shown that before, but I wanna show the RX one because like I said, we do want you guys to push yourself. So she's gonna be jumping out, pushing down into a push-up, coming back in, jumping up. If you need to, step those legs out, and then go down, back up, step those legs in, and then jump and clap at the end, or just stand up and clap. Or if doing the push-up is adding too much, just go ahead and go down. So I'm gonna have you do one more. Step those feet out, and then to a plank, and then back in and up. Again, you can do this onto a countertop or an angled surface, just like we do with the push-up as well, if those are gonna be too difficult or painful for you. So 4 of those. So again, we're doing 6 rounds of 10 sumo deadlift high pull with a PVC pipe or a straight object, 8 air squats, and then 4 burpees. Once you're finished with 6 rounds of that, go ahead and come back to the video. We'll do some cool down movements and then work on our accessory movements for the day. Once you're finished up with that workout, we're gonna go ahead and work on some accessory and cool down movements. Kira's gonna demonstrate those for us real quickly. The first thing that we're gonna be doing is interlacing those arms behind our back if you can, and then you're gonna drop your neck to one side. So you see how it's leaning towards me right now. It's really stretching out. You're stretching out those shoulders and the neck as well. Hold for 10 to 15 seconds and then switch the neck to the other side. And then we're gonna move on here to a wall or a surface that's elevated where you can get a good chest stretch, dropping that chest through, and then into like a high lunge, I would call this. And we're really trying to work on stretching the calves, so pushing that heel into the ground or down as far as you can to where it feels comfortable, not painful in any way, but just a good stretch. Hold for 10 to 15 seconds and then switch legs just like she did. All right, and then once we're done with that, we're gonna go ahead and move on to our accessory movement, which is rows. So we're gonna do a standing row. We're gonna grab our PVC pipe, what we used for our workout, using our thumbs to measure our hands, slight bend in the knee, really focusing on a flat, tight back. We don't wanna round out our shoulders or anything. We wanna make sure we're protecting the low back. And see she's pulling the bar up to just below her chest, touching it, and then dropping it back down. We're gonna do 2 sets of that for 12 to 15 reps. I did give you a little bit of wiggle room. If 12 feels good for you, great. If you think you can push yourself and do a little bit more, then go ahead and do the 15 reps.